por mí. Yo estoy en un lugar lleno de luz, donde existe paz.
Rest in peace, Steven. I told you I wasn't gonna forget you.
Oh, hell no, I'm gonna
Love
walk
you.
over here.
I love you, I love you, I love you. Happy birthday, Steven. Me and you. We've been through everything. I love you and never gonna forget you. I just did your walk. Your last walk. Right there.
Man, when?
Right here. Right here.
What, someone died?
Yes, yes.
I see a cross, a crucifix.
Mm-hmm. Steven, rest in peace, brother. Love you.
Hey, Steven, rest in peace, bud. What the fuck? Why are you crying?
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Steven. Love you. Never gonna forget you. Everybody, I know you guys don't know Steven. It's his birthday today.
Oh, dang.
It's also my birthday. But
Are you brothers?
I'm his uncle. But in rest in peace, primo.
Primo. Primo. I hope you like you.
Tell you I wasn't gonna forget you. Love you.
Now look at my eyes, okay? Yeah, because I use the special glasses.
Oh, the special glasses.
Good morning, everybody. Today is it's July the 7th, and it's weird. I'm 1 year older, and good morning, everybody. Just wanted to tell you guys, this year was a weird year. I did have my brother Danny and my siblings celebrate my birthday. I didn't have my daughter. I did get a message from her. It was awesome. It was amazing. I did have a awesome birthday. I guess I was expecting a little more, and I did enjoy it. I did have a good time. I went swimming, had my dad and my siblings with me, and number 18, and swam. And then after that, we went to the hill with the Dodger Stadium. They call it Lover's Lane and all that. It was awesome, but I don't feel excited, or I didn't feel nothing out of the ordinary. First time in my history that I remember that I don't get a present on my birthday, you know? Usually I get like a what's a present, you know? I'm not saying that it's something big or nothing, but I didn't get no present. Usually I get something from my daughter, something from Berta. This year I didn't get nothing from my daughter, and I get nothing from Berta. It's weird. It's weird. I just want to tell everybody thank you. I know that everybody had their own things doing, you know. But grateful and I'm thankful for everything. I just wish things were different, you know? But they're not. And we gotta be ready to move on. I know happiness in this life is hard, especially at the moment. Everybody's confused. Everybody's in a state of shock. Just wanna say what's in my heart. To a lot of people, my primo Ricky, Steven, CJ, my primo Sergio, most of my family members are not around no more. My tia Berta. My tia Billy is going through a lot of stuff with cancer, and a lot of people don't know what it means to lose a family member. My primo Dennis, paz descanse, my tío Eustaquio, my tío Rafael, my tío Enrique. I just want to remember everybody. This is my primo Enrique. It's hard, and I understand that I'm blessed to be alive, that I'm blessed to be anointed, that I'm blessed to talk about them, that I'm blessed to keep their spirits alive. But I just want to tell everybody, my birthday is July the 5th. My tia Maria was 4th of July. Most of my family members that are not alive, rest in peace, Steven. I wish I knew the outcome. I just want everybody to take a moment to give thanks to all those family members that lived in our lives and meant something important. I just want to take the time. My primo CJ had a heart attack and passed away, left 2 daughters. Steven, that didn't get to fulfill all his dreams, didn't get to have kids and be part of life. I want to give thanks to my primo Sergio Cuevas, that he fought, he got anointed, and he got blessed, and he met Jesus Christ. And before he left, he accepted everything and accepted our Jesus Christ. I just want to give thanks to Perico, my homeboy Perico, my homeboy, mi hermano. There's a lot of people that I want to give thanks. Rest in peace, Villain, Youngster, Joey, Joker, little Joker of it, Eddie the Animal. All these people that meant a lot to do with me. Rest in peace, T-Bomb, Flecha Raw. Everybody, I'm fucking proud that all you guys lived. And you guys didn't get to live all your life. See, my birthday was this week. First of all, I want to give a shout out to my primo, Steven. Life was cut short for him. He didn't know how to deal. He didn't know how to compensate. He didn't know how to give in and have understanding in life. He cut his life short. But I still remember the day that he passed away. Me and my daughter were there on an electric scooter. And it was awesome. He used to read books to her. He used to work at Target. He was going to be in Air Force. Air Force lied to him and didn't meet expectations to him. He became a social worker. A lot of people don't know why he gave up in life. So, at an early age, his father passed away. He hanged himself right there by Whittier and Gallatin. And my prima, rest in peace. Not my rest in peace. My prima went through a lot of struggles and everything. She tried her best and everything. She gave him as much love and everything. But he got taken away. Him and his sisters got taken away. My tia Maria and Ricky fought for them and took custody of them. But my prima, she had confusion in her head, and I understand that we all go through cycles and demons and obstacles in life that we don't understand. When something's being handed to us and people are taking care of and being supporting and being understanding for us. For example, my primo Ricky thought he was a father for all his siblings, even though he was misunderstood and judged and criticized. He did it because he had no other reason. He did it as an obligation. He did it as respect. And my tia Maria honored him and loved him and appreciated everything that he did for her. He gave up getting married and being with a family, you know? And I just want to give thanks to Steven. I remember picking him up, working at Target, and the moped as a security guard, and he was always reading books. He was always a goofy guy. He was always a standout kid. He was always working out, eating eggs, and working out. Like, he was buffed out. He had amazing women. He had so many girlfriends. He had a whole life ahead of himself. So he wanted to be a social worker. And I remember the day that the tragedy, the night that our family heard the bad news. See, I was there with my daughter and Ricky and Tolo. Steven had just came from Sacramento, San Francisco. He was a social worker. He had just graduated, and he had full potential. He had everything to be proud and to become successful and rich. and he would have lived up to expectations. But tragedy struck, and see, there was a family member that were addicted to drugs and alcohol and everything, and abusive and very aggressive with one another. So he had to intervene, and he had to take away the kids. And he took away the kids, and he sent them to foster child. A lot of people don't know, but she ended up suiciding because she couldn't comprehend, and she couldn't understand why life caused her all this conflict, and he took it to the heart. So I remember that Stephen came home right there to Guido Narrows, Pico Rivera, right there at Gallatin, and he came to Ricky crying, and he was about to get married. He already gave her a ring and everything. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think she didn't live up to expectations, so she gave him back his ring and everything. And Steven had a lot of girlfriends, and he fell in love with the wrong woman. A woman that didn't appreciate him, didn't understand him, and didn't support him. So she threw back his ring, and she judged him and criticized him and told him that he was a fucking loser. He was a piece of shit. He was a person that didn't have dignity, didn't have no self-esteem, you know? So he came crying, and I remember I had my daughter Vanessa wearing the scooter, and he came crying, and he asked Ricky for an opinion, and Ricky, like always, apreciado, reacted like a selfish person, that very possessive and very demanding, and he expected him to be a different person, and he let out his frustration. You gotta keep this in mind. Ricky was going through being paralyzed, and he wanted to leave everything to Steven, and he loved him as a son. But he was so ashamed that the career he chose was something that caused a lot of conflict with families. And Ricky was a Democrat, and he believed that Hillary toda la cosa, you know? And Obama and all that. And he said some harsh words to Steven that Steven couldn't comprehend and didn't understand. He needed someone to be understanding, caring, be there for him. He needed support. He needed someone to reassure him that everything was going to be okay. And Ricky, selfishly and brutal, he said things that he shouldn't have said. He told them that his father's suicide, and he was ashamed of him, and everything that he put him to school, and everything that he disowned them and everything. And I was there, and I told Ricky, slow down. You know, you can't be so brutal. You can't be so terco, so necio. And he was just going berserk. And he had gotten operated a couple of times, and the operations didn't come up precisely the way he wants. And he was working out. He was moving his leg, todo, but it broke up because they told him he was going to be paralyzed. So he did 5 years paralyzed, and he went through a lot of stuff. But this day, Steven used to be so understanding, so caring, so lovable. A person that could never do nothing wrong. But he was a social worker. He took away the family, the kids, and one of the person's suicide. And he took it to the heart. And then his girlfriend, fiance, gave him his ring back and everything. He came broken down, and he had nothing but shame. He felt that he had failed everybody. Failed Ricky, failed everybody. Failed his mom, sisters, and failed his grandma, Maria. And I kept talking to him. And I told him, hey, you know what, Steven, let me go take my daughter back. He gave her some books. He tried to muster it up and get the best outcome. That day was going to be my daughter's birthday. August 7th. Well, August 6th. And he ended up showing up to my daughter, Vanessa, and he ended up bringing her all the books that he used to read. He told. We had the party and the game truck and everything, and we had an awesome time. I noticed him a little out of the ordinary. I found him trying, found him that he needed love, he needed attention and everything. And he left early. I don't know what happened. I remember me, Bird, all of us were there till like about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Finally, the party ended, and I ended up taking my daughter back to Santa Clarita, obviously to the police station. Mavi ended up throwing a fit on me and everything. When I was driving back, Steven called me a couple times. What time you get here? What time you get here? And I guess he's been arguing and having a discussion with Rick. And I called Freddie. I told Freddie, see what's going on. See what's happening, you know? And I got back. When I got back, I was tired. I was exhausted. Driving all the way to Santa Clarita. You gotta understand, it was my daughter's birthday. August 7th. And it was a workout. The piñata, the cake, cleaning up, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning and everything. So I was exhausted. So when I drove back, I used to sleep at Ricky's couches. Those extended long couches that he had, you know? The vitrinas, the dolls of my Tia Maria and everything, you know? And so I got back. And I see Steven crying. And he's trying to talk to his Uncle Rick. He's talking to him. He's just trying to make him understand. And Rick was frustrated, and he had anger, he had hatred on him, you know? He felt that he betrayed him and everything. So I got Steven, and I grabbed him, and I told him, me and Zapata, me and Junior, you know? Freddie? We grabbed him, and I told Steven, just wait till tomorrow. Ricky's always been aggressive and stubborn, and he's a person that he's very I don't know how to describe it. Like a dick, alright? We call him Dick Rick, you know? Because he's a dick. He don't have compassion. He's rough and tough. And he says things that you shouldn't say them the way he says them, but he don't know how to say them in a different tone. So people that know him, we understand them. So I go to Steven, and this is about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. I'm dozing out. I'm exhausted. And I'm telling him that it was awesome that he went to go my daughter and he read her books and everything. Steven was always reading books, reading stuff, making the best out of it. And I grabbed Steven, me and Freddie, and Steven pushed me out and told me that he was tired. He was tired. He didn't know how to deal with this. He didn't know how to understand to Rick. He couldn't get to him, and he felt the pressure from everybody attacking him. He didn't know how to confront everything. He didn't know how to put everything in categories. He took it to the heart, and he asked me to talk to him. I was so tired. I was so exhausted that he was talking and I went to sleep. I failed him. And I remember he went back with Rick and he started arguing with Rick, and they fucking argue. I can't describe how they argue. And Steven took out a gun. And he told Rick, he had bought him the gun for he could shoot Rick, or give Rick the gun for he could suicide. But he wasn't going to do it because he was acting like an asshole, a dickhead, and stubborn ass. And he was going to shoot himself. So I remember that he's crying and took out his gun. And he told Rick that if he didn't give him a minute, he was gonna shoot himself. And Rick is stubborn. He's old school, you know. Rick told him, "Go ahead and shoot yourself. You shoot yourself. You're a coward. You're this. You're like your dad. You're like this. You're like that. You know." Steven, he told them that this time it was different. He was gonna do it. And Rick told them, "Go ahead and fucking do it. Piece of shit." Da, da, da. He fucking called them all kinds of names and humiliated them and told them have some balls and have whatever he says he gotta come through and everything. And I think that Steven was gonna shoot him because Rick was asking someone to take him out of his misery. And I think Steven got the gun to give it to his dad, uncle, Rick, you know? And Rick just went berserk on him. Don't hold me, don't criticize me, and don't judge me. All I'm trying to do is anybody is going through loneliness and depression and everything, we all need somebody to hear us. Not someone that to tempt us and someone to judge us and hold a different bar, you know? So Steven, instead of shooting Rick, he said, you know what? I'm just gonna take up my life. And I heard him arguing. There's like a hallway in Rick's room right there. And Steven had a rental car. He went in the car. And I remember I went out to the car. And I talked him down. And I talked about 10-15 minutes. Told how much I love him and everything. But he was so distressed. He was so with emotion. He was humiliated. He was tested to a different limit, you know. And like I said, I originally thought that he brought the gun just to help Rick give his life up. So he ended up turning the gun on himself. He shot himself twice. And this week was my birthday, and we walked the path that he took. And I remember that when he left the house, I tried chasing him down. I tried talking to him. But he has that stubbornness. He has that aggressiveness, you know? And he didn't want to hear it. And he used to go on runs at night. He used to take out his shirt and just run. And I couldn't hold him back. I tried chasing him down. But I didn't have the strength. I didn't have the ability. He took off. And I got in my car. In my van, right? And I drove all the way around through Gallatin, through Rosemead, and I made it to the top of the hill with presas at. And I see Steven, and Steven started running. He started running and like a crazy guy, like un niño masónico. And he started running, and I couldn't chase him down. So I came back down on my van, and I went back. That's where they saw the elotes, the cocos, and everything. And I came back. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I came back with Rick, and Rick was like, let him leave. And after like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, he was worried about him, and he loved him as a son and everything. He goes, go get him back, Daniel. I said things I should have said. And me and Freddie got on, and we went on the path, and we couldn't find him. All I remember is him running with no shirt, 6-pack, and all puffed out, you know what I mean? And we couldn't stop him. So, about 6-7 o'clock in the morning, he ended up shooting himself twice. He shot himself once, but he didn't hit organs. Then he shot himself again. For a while, they made an investigation, and they thought that it was someone had killed him or something. Because how can he shoot himself twice, you know? That's how much he was on it, you know what I mean? Like so much anger and so much rage he had, you know? So he was so strong, you know? He was gifted, anointed, todo. And we seen him in the morning, and Ricky told me go find out, make sure it's not him. And I came back and I told him it's him. And he lived the next year in hate y todo. I remember my prima and everybody. Not gonna say names. We had the wake and todo right in the house. And Ricky was bitching, running, and being rude and disrespectful. He needed love. So it took a whole year. And I accommodated Rick with a lot of stuff. And a lot of shit happened. I don't want to say what happened, but a year to the date, he tried taking his life. Exactly on my daughter's birthday. We spent the whole night. My daughter was jumping on him and todo. He gave me some money for we could piñatas and stuff like that. And little did I know that I was saying bye to my primo Ricky. I didn't get to say bye because my tío Ricardo and they told me that I wasn't I didn't meet expectations to be around them. And I didn't help him, or I didn't tell nobody that what he was going through. And I prayed with Ricky. I told him that if he could accept Jesus Christ and he could repent, I'll help him. And I did. And he called me after whenever my daughter's birthday, about 7:30 in the morning. And that's when he did his thing. And the next day or the next following day, my primo CJ had a heart attack. Then next month, my primo passed away también. And it's some hard things that we go through, hard stuff in life. I just want to tell everybody that the reason I'm saying this story is not to put them in a bad way. It's to help you guys. There's a different path. And I know Steven and Ricky accepted Jesus Christ. And I know that they're in heaven. And a lot of family members of mine have passed away by suicide, everybody. And I know I'm going to get judged and criticized by this. I just want to tell my daughter, my nephews, my siblings, that there's always an outcome. There's always a different way of doing things. My tío Roberto, he suffered también with cancer and all kinds of stuff. He thought of suicide, but he didn't. He mustered it up. My tío Jojo, he went through a lot of stuff, but he mustered it up. I'm just giving my perspective it was just my birthday, and I should be joyful and happy. It's been a year that Bertha passed away. She passed away on July the 3rd. I got a awesome, beautiful, amazing girlfriend. My number 18, my Roby. I tell her many times that I want to call her Romy because of my nephew that just passed away también. But I used to overwork my ass, and I used to try to live up to expectations, but you never meet, and you always fall short. I'm not saying to give up your job. I'm not saying to change your ways. I'm not saying to do something drastically different. I'm just saying find and give yourself that break. No job, no career, no orgullo or argument or whatever is worth taking your life. Find help. Find a way. I went through the whole emotions también, and I gave it to God, and I asked God to provide for me and to give me a different opportunity though, and He gave me a better job. I know that we're blessed by having our fucking awesome jobs, but they overwork us and they take control of us. You can't let it control you. Be yourself, love yourself, and if you got kids, give yourself that spare time to be there. My baby, I know you're hearing this because this goes out to you. Make sure you give yourself time. Rest up, baby. And if it's God's way or God's purpose that you gotta get a different job, don't be afraid. There's a better outcome. You gotta be there strong for your kids. You gotta be there. You gotta have the strength to be with them. Make them men. Be there when they really need you. Be there as support, encouraging. Don't let your job take your life and not appreciate what God blessed you with. Don't be afraid, baby. If you gotta take a different job, save up some money for like a year or 2 years, and then make that drastic change. Don't be afraid. Hardworking, God's gonna bless you, and God's gonna give you the ability, and God's gonna find the way to make it all happen. Baby, the reason I'm telling you this is because I want to get old with you. I really admire you, respect you. I think that you're my chosen one. You're awesome. You just gotta give yourself that time and that break. You gotta live a little bit. Can't just overwhelm yourself and work 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts and all that. The body breaks down. I know you've been telling me about all these medical things that's happening to you. Take time, take step by step. Give yourself the opportunity to live. Give yourself that chance to trust in God. God makes everything possible. I wish I could talk to Ricky, to Steven, to CJ, and to my primo. I wish I could be there for every single one of you. Roberta taught me. Give it to God and trust in God, and He'll find the way. So it's not the end of the world. Don't think that you have to carry all this burden and you have to live up to expectations. ¿De qué te sirve if you're not alive, if you're not healthy? Give yourself that chance, baby. I want to get old with you. I want to love you. I want to be there for you, for your kids. And no matter what happens, I'm going to try to be there for your kids. And I'm going to try more and more and be understanding. I thank God that God gave us your 2 kids and my daughter. And all my stepkids that have been in my life to make me humble and understanding and make me have the knowledge and the wisdom to be for every single one individually and bring out the best version of everyone. And I thank God I don't work 7 days a week, that I lost my business and everything. God provides. God gives us a reason and a purpose, and we make the best out of it. Yes, and time to time we wish we had all that money, but it's not important. What's important is life. And let's do it for Steven, for CJ, for my nephews, for my homeboys, my dear Bertha. Most of all, let's do it for each other. So we could live long and get old together and live prosperity and have the time and the support to be there for your kids, for everybody that needs us. Baby, I don't want you to break down. So I want to do a shout out to baby Steven. Happy birthday, Steven. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Steven. Happy birthday to you. And every birthday that passes by, I'm always going to remember you. I'm always going to hold you to my heart. And I'm always going to do a prayer for you. Never going to stop missing you. I was going to have you in my remembrance, my thoughts. You're always going to be my sentence, my philosophy, my paragraph, and part of my life. So thank you, Steven, for showing me how to live. I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you. Ricky, I love you. Sergio, CJ, Youngster, Paris, everybody that hasn't lived up to expectations or is not alive, I thank you. At the bottom of my heart, I pray for all you guys.
all I could do is ask God for forgiveness and God to humble me and never take me off my path. This is a T-bomb. Everybody, rest in peace, everybody. Stephen, rest in peace. Remember, don't work too hard. Take time to know yourself and be there for your family, and money is not important. Save, humble yourself, and don't let several arguments take the best out of you. Alright, everybody. Happy birthday, Stephen. And thank you, everybody, for hearing me and giving this moment of silence to Stephen and Rick and everybody else. And Villain, I love you, carnal. Trusty, I was living my... Love you guys. T-Bomb, rest in peace. Little Joker, rest in peace. Jojo, rest in peace. Berta, rest in peace. My primo Jaime. Everybody, rest in peace, everybody. I love you guys. I'm never gonna stop praying for all you guys and making all these videos, even though that people criticize me and judge me and I shouldn't be talking to. Gil, rest in peace. My grandpa, rest in peace. Mi tío Roberto, rest in peace. My tío Silent, rest in peace. My tío Juan, rest in peace. Olga, rest in peace. Everybody, please take the time. Give yourself the opportunity to live. Don't put yourself in several circumstances that the only way out is to give yourself your life. There's always an opportunity, and the opportunity is Jesus Christ. Thank you, Berta. El tío Vaquero. Mis cuñados, Kikirikix, George. CJ. Jaime. Everybody, I love you guys. I just wish I had more time. And if you're overworking yourself, give yourself that break. Don't be afraid. It's not the end of the world. Don't get sick. Don't think it's the end of the world. Alright, baby. My number 18, Romy. I love you. And I hope that you hear this message and it touches your heart, and in one way or another it gives you strength and the ability to be more understanding and more focused in life. It's not about the money, baby.
Everybody, Angel, everybody, thank you. Ahora, ¿quién le va a pagar? Mira, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. No se pagó. Ready, Angel?
Apaga las
A
medallas.
ver. Ready? Watch, I'm gonna blow it, watch that. Ready, Angel? Mira, mira. ¡Pum! ¡Pum! No. ¡Pum! Ya, ya. Le voy a echar un pedo. Pum.